Team Talk Podcast, episode 23. Myself, Samuel Law. I got Tabs with me. We say, mate.
Good, mate.
Are you sure you're good? Because I'm not good.
I'm good, mate.
Stelios, what you saying?
I'm alright, man. Just here, B.
Yeah. Skuff, grinning. Arsenal fan.
I'm alright, man.
Yeah.
Content.
So we just finished watching the Arsenal Man United game. It was at Emirates. Arsenal went at 2-0 victors. I don't know how I'm feeling about this result. Okay, obviously I'm not happy. I thought we were going to win today, but I said I'll take a draw. But that performance today, you know what I mean? I don't know, the front line, we had chances, didn't capitalise. But from an Arsenal point of view, how are you feeling, Skuff?
To be honest, it's like you don't know how to feel when it comes to them because it's like 1 minute they're good, next minute they're
How are you feeling today? You're happy
though,
today?
No, today, no, I'd say that.
Did you think it was going to win today?
No, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think it was. I thought it was either gonna be a draw or a loss, potentially. But then again, it's like
Arsenal lost once at home.
Yeah, I know, but then again, they're unpredictable. Because if you know what Arsenal are about, then you would be a lot more clear than we are. Do you get what I'm saying? But I thought that if we was gonna lose, if we was at least gonna draw, it was actually gonna at least be a tough game. But not knowing that we was actually gonna dominate in such fashion, so I still got mixed feelings about it. But I'm happy with it.
I don't think Arsenal dominated. Let's be honest. You didn't dominate nothing. Like you scored your chances. You didn't have that many chances. Let's be honest. Man United literally gifted it. I say Fred was a fraud today. He's lucky he was on the pitch because if Herrera was there, Fred wouldn't be playing. And I see why Mourinho used to play him one game and then take him off because Fred is not reliable.
He's very erratic, isn't it?
Yep, very much. I don't know. Like, I can't trust him in midfield.
All right, let's talk about the goal, though. The first goal. So it was an early one, well, fairly early, and it was a mistake from De Gea. You're expecting to just save that all day.
It's tough, man. Like it's a mistake. He should be saving it, but there still was a lot of movement on that ball, man. There was a lot of
guys.
movement.
We've seen the wind. Listen, I woke up this morning. Yeah, my garden. The table was on the other side of the garden. G. The wind was mad today. Do you get me? And obviously, I'm not saying De Gea, there's no excuse for De Gea, but Xhaka didn't mean that swerve, yeah? The ball was going straight to De Gea, and the last minute it turned. But De Gea should have been ready.
But De Gea, like, if you see where his standing foot was, yeah, his body weight was all on one side. It was
unlike him though.
He gets wrong.
He gambled.
Yeah, because he thought, okay, look, the ball's gonna curl. It's gonna curl into his bottom left. But then when the swerve took it right, it was too late for him to shift onto.
Unfortunately, he had vision. Like you could see the ball from where
he wasn't anticipating.
He gets wrong. He gets wrong.
You would have thought he had a wall in front of him the way he reacted.
But literally 99 times out of 100, De Gea doesn't make that mistake. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. There's probably times when he makes that move and it pays off for him all the time. So, but just that movement was freaky.
I was hearing De Gea's having a shit season. I'm looking around thinking, what? Like, is it that good that people actually say that he's having a shit season?
That's his standard. That's his standards, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking even if you look, like Arsenal didn't have that many shots on target today.
In the second half, at one point, we had like 7 shots on target. Arsenal didn't have any at one point. But okay, after the first goal, I'm not gonna lie, I was still quietly confident. Like, you know what, boom, this will wake us up. You know, there's more than enough time to get into it. But to be fair to your boys, Skuff, Arsenal defended well today.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That was more or less the thing that was carrying them. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially with Socrates there as well. Do you know what I mean? I feel like he's got leadership.
Socrates was fresh anyway. You got sent off on Thursday, so he got sent off early. He was fresh. He
didn't do a shift.
Well, would you say Socrates or Koscielny, man? I think because since Koscielny's come back, how good have Arsenal looked? Like I'll never forget that game against Chelsea when he came back. Listen, since then, I was like, because before that, I think his first game back, everyone was like, he's rusty, he's old, he's losing it. But since then, I've seen in the Premier at least, not talking about Europa, because Europa, Arsenal are just looking at like a myth. But in the league, I think Koscielny's shown like his old self a bit.
Yeah, he's showing his old self a bit, but I feel like he comes to like he's probably at his best when Socrates is there. Do you get what I'm saying? Because what was the game where I think Socrates he either got injured and then it went flat-footed from there.
Arsenal versus United, FA Cup.
Yeah. See that game? As soon as he went in it, it went shits up. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's not like we were down to 10 men. He just got injured. Do you get what I'm saying? Obviously against Ren the other day when he obviously got sent off, the whole game capitulated. But other than that, I feel like
a numbers thing.
yeah, it's a numbers thing, of course. But I feel like when Koscielny's there, though, I mean, when Socrates is there and Koscielny play, they tend to be a bit more stable. But
As long as Mustafi's not in that centre back pair, and then I think you're alright, to be honest.
Lukaku had chances today, you know. He had one when he hit the crossbar. Yeah, United had chances.
United had chances. That's the difference. Like, because the goals that that Arsenal got today, let's be honest, that penalty was not a penalty. The movement on the ball, freakish. But other than that, I didn't really see much from Arsenal. Lacazette and Aubameyang had the odd chance, but the key chances, the best chances of the game, all came from United. Rashford, I thought today was poor. I think maybe coming off that PSG game.
Rashford was poor against PSG.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Rashford was poor against PSG.
He was poor. It wasn't good.
It looked like Rashford's been limping for the last 3 games. Since the Liverpool game, he's been limping. Like, it doesn't...
Yeah.
What was it, Liverpool, when he was literally
he couldn't come off because we already used our subs.
But then even still, I don't get why he's still playing now. But it might just be a case of he ain't got no option.
Yeah, with injuries, Martial's obviously come back. So, is there anything to be worried about, Tabs?
What do you think about it? Yeah, ain't he kind of been off form since Lukaku's been starting though?
No.
Because ain't it been a thing where what's the name? Rashford's been up front when he was obviously on form, and then ever since Lukaku's come, he's gone on the wing, and he ain't been doing so great since.
Yeah, but it's like they're playing 2 up. Yeah, there's like they're playing 2. Yeah, can't. Yeah, 2.
You can drop top, like, because Lukaku just
when I see Lukaku on the wing, I laugh.
That's probably at it again, because usually sometimes I'll see him up front, and then I was thinking that is it 4-3-3 or
it's probably an interchange thing.
It's basically you're saying when he's not playing with Lukaku.
Yeah, or when he's when he's at least
the focal point.
Yeah, that's when he actually comes to life.
It's a damn shame. But Tabs, is there anything to be worried about, or was that just one of those games today?
I don't know. What should we be worried about? Like, Jose went. Yeah, I'll go back to this point. When Jose was there, this was a myth. Where we are right now was a myth. So, like, we've done well. We can't be irrational and start saying, this, that, and the other. We're doing very well. So we just have to take what it is. It's a loss. Like, we went 12 games unbeaten away, and just got this one. It happens.
Ollie's first loss in the Pro, innit?
Yeah, first Premiership loss. Yeah.
So it's a lot, man.
Yeah, man. Any United fan that's like ungrateful for like I'm saying, today's result, Ollie should be questioned about his because he can't.
But let's not lie. A lot of United fans were giving it before the game. Like, obviously after PSG's heroics. No. I mean, rightly so. After PSG's heroics, a lot of fans were, on cloud 9.
Let me say that PSG game, like, it was a fluke. Like, we didn't win it, yeah. Like, when it came to that 90 minutes, I was behind the sofa watching that match because I knew what it was. After that match, we still had players out, players not fit. Like, the guys that we need. Like, if you had Herrera today, yeah, like, Fred was a liability. I'll keep going back to him because I didn't see him do the stuff that, like, breaking up play. Like,
no, he broke up play quite a couple of times, but then his passing was off. Yeah.
Rashford releasing the ball, it takes a bit longer than he needs to. Like, those little things there. Like, if he had Lingard,
Pogba didn't have the best game. Yeah. Lingard was the big miss today, if we're going to be honest. Because what did you say earlier about?
I made that point before the game. I think Lingard. So before the game, I thought Ramsey would have that role where he's running in from deep. Yeah. Obviously, Xhaka will just stay back, and then Ramsey would make them deep runs and come back. But if Lingard was on the pitch, I don't think Ramsey would make them runs at all because he's going to have to be constantly watching his back. Lingard's movement, it's just, if you look back at the Tottenham game when it was Pogba and Lingard, and against Sissoko and Winks. Sissoko and Winks couldn't even put a foot wrong because the minute they moved wrong, Lingard's in behind, and then they're constantly trying to recover. And I think that's what Arsenal, and even pressing from the front as well. Like, if you want to press from the front, if you're going to go to Arsenal, if you're going to go to Emirates, you want to put pressure on, especially if they're playing 5 at the back, you want to put pressure on their defence. And I don't think you have that without Lingard. You ain't got that energy.
Because it's Pogba. Pogba didn't really. He hasn't got the energy.
Yeah, at one point I saw Pogba on the left wing. I was like, what's going on here? Like, you know where you look at your team and you think, here we're just filling up positions. I think that's what happened. And who's the other guy? Lindelof. Lindelof had a bad game today. Like,
he was shaky. Obviously, Aubameyang's speed.
There's one time, the ball came, instead of him headering, he let it bounce and then he went
Lacazette and then he scored.
Other than that, what did he do wrong?
No, he was shaky. He was shaky all game.
Shaky. I don't think the United defense was shaky at all. I don't think.
When you look at it, yeah, like when you see what this guy's been playing, how he's been playing, and then you compare it to today, you will see. Like you're used to David Luiz, who's shaky and he makes it look good. Like, but Lindelof is usually calm. Like he's usually calm.
I don't want to hear that because the reason I don't want to hear that, is because before Oli came, every United fan I know writ off Lindelof. And now when I was telling you guys, this guy's not shit. This guy is good. He's a good player.
No, Stelios. When someone's playing shit, what is it? When he's showing you
he's playing shit. But listen, he's playing shit. When you just have to look at him in the World Cup. Look at Sweden had one of the best defensive records in the World Cup. You could see in that squad he was a good defender.
Yeah, he's a good defender. But if he's playing shit, game after game, what is it? Like he's not doing something good at that point. Yeah, you need to change something.
He's playing shit.
Yeah, he's playing shit.
I think it was shaky today. I don't think it was.
In general.
No, I'm saying like before. He's saying before Oli came in. I'm saying he was playing shit. So you have to tell it like it is.
Yeah, he's playing shit. But then when you're
don't say he's a shit player. No one ever said he's a shit player. You say I remember saying he's playing shit. I didn't say he was a shit player. But
I can bring up receipts. There's a lot of receipts.
Because I know someone didn't want to hear about Lindelof.
I said Lindelof's not ready. That's what I said. I thought he wasn't ready. I knew he had, because even that one you're talking about with the World Cup team, I already saw him when Sweden had a playoff with Italy for the World Cup, and he was immense. Like he's the one, especially the game in Italy, the second leg. I was like, what? This guy, is this what he's? And at the time, he wasn't playing well for United. And I was like, this guy is cold. But Skuff, Ozil started today, and there's a mix kind of. The fans are divided with Ozil. Some feel that he's a luxury player. Some feel that like you need him to have creativity. How do you think Ozil did today?
To be honest, I didn't think he stood out too much today. I won't say he put much wrong, but I don't think he done too great neither. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like if maybe Ramsey was probably in his position, more might have happened. But then again, I don't think... I felt like this was the opportunity to put himself on the map for real. You had both strikers in front of you. You should have done what you had to do, but he didn't do too much. 350k, I'm not too sure.
What do you think about Ozil? Like, where do you stand? Because I swear in the sports group, where does Skuff stand with Ozil? This is why you're this. No. Because what I want to know, this is where Nase and Lloyd on the man get onto. What is your thing on Ozil? I don't think you even made it clear in the group.
Alright, so what from start to finish? Wait, hold on. From start to finish, what my opinion is?
Go on, talk. Go on.
Alright, look. So when he came, everyone was like, Ozil, world-class player, He came, everyone was tearing their shirts, cool. He came, first season, he done well. I think season and a half or whatever it was, done well. And then afterwards, he kind of dipped in form. Me, I was just thinking it was bad form because it's clearly evident that he can assist and he's got a good stats record, whatever. So afterwards, he was like bad form. And then I think that's when Nase started calling him shit. And then that's when I was like, well, boy, listen, we know what he's capable of, so let's just see it out. He was just less patient with him. And I just said that he's capable.
Can you say maybe he saw it early?
Yeah, maybe he saw it early, but I was just more patient because if I feel like somebody's proven themselves already, I just see it, I go off what I see in it. So when I saw that, at first of all, it was bad form, and then afterwards it turned into him just being shit because it happened for too long. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like some of these players, they deserve the opportunity to express themselves. If he was doing it from start to finish, then I could have said he was shit the whole time. And then when they offered him a contract, that's when I just felt like he's taking a piss. So I'm not really for Ozil right now.
But then I think Arsenal fans, there's this thing with you guys, when a player's about to go off his contract, you start hyping him up. Like it happened with Theo Walcott. Remember when they even had that song Theo, sign the thing. And then once he signed, once the guy signs the contract, he just goes back on holiday mode. Like it's just
you know what it was?
Like look at but
you see what that but you said but you see with the Walcott situation, I'm sure at that time he was Arsenal's best player because he was converting goals. He was doing his job. So everyone's seen it as he's clearly useful. So obviously not everybody would have thought that, but he was actually on job, and that's when he was at his best. So people wanted him to stay for that purpose because
Peter Pan, bro.
Now obviously I ain't saying he's always been great, and before I even used to defend him when he was obviously doing well because I'm going off what I see, right?
Yeah.
And Walcott also used to say that he likes to be a striker, but he would always be on the wing. So I'm thinking, given the opportunity to play up front, and there was that season where it was him and Giroud, and he didn't do too well. So after then, I was like, fuck it, he shouldn't be here no more.
Do you not think it's an issue where It might be. I might be wrong. I might just be freestyling. I'm just this question because I don't really look at Arsenal internally like that. But maybe Arsenal gives these players too much money and then they just lose hunger and they stop performing.
Other than this Ozil one, when did this happen?
Theo, I'm sure if he was playing well, I don't know this. I need to check, but I'm sure he would have jumped the 100k barrier or something.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He wasn't. He was pre 100k. Then they go over the 100k, and then next thing you know is let's go Vegas.
It's a lot at Arsenal, isn't it?
Bro,
it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they have to do it because they think, we don't want to lose the money that we will. Like look at the Sanchez deal, for example. Like they probably lost money on that. But do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe they give these players too much money, they lose the hunger, and they don't perform to either expectations or to potential.
Yeah, but you can blame it on management as well, innit? Because like Ozil's on is on whatever he's on, but now Emery don't play him.
Yeah, but it wasn't Emery that put him on that salary. That's what I'm saying. It was Wenger. But Ozil stopped performing under Wenger. He didn't stop performing under Emery.
See, but the thing is that them getting offered that money, it was Glazidis and all them lot, innit? But now that he's still been offered that money, you would think that he'll be one of your main starters. But Emery still decided not to play him. So even if they lose the hunger or whatever it is, Emery's not going to stand for it. Do you get what I'm saying? So maybe from now onwards, the whole dynamic might change. You get what I'm saying?
What do you fall with Emery? Like, because I mean, Emery, say what you want to say, Tabs, about the 2 goals. Arsenal, they're set up well today, and Emery, you can obviously see that he knew what he was doing today in terms of the tactics. At first, when I saw Ramsey playing deep line centre mid with Xhaka, I thought, yeah, that's it. We've got them. Pogba's gonna expose him because Ramsey's not gonna be disciplined. But they did well. So, like, where do you stand with Emery? Like, is he the guy for Arsenal to take you further?
Yeah, well, I'll say further than Wenger did anyways. But in terms of, well, once there's
whoa.
In terms,
wait. When you say further than Wenger did,
not in terms of.
Man, I remember the last 3 years, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Because people are forgetting what Wenger done, fam.
Cool. Well, obviously, 20 years, 10 and 10, right? Obviously, the last 10, it was very slow. Was it 3 trophies in 10 years?
Yeah.
FA Cups.
FA Cups, yeah. The FA Cup. So I'm thinking,
it was
3 FA Cups.
It was free. No, so it was free. So I'm like, okay, in that period of time, I think give Emery 10 years at least, I feel like he'll do a better job of 3 FA Cups. You get what I'm saying?
No one gets 10 years no more.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to say.
No one gets 10 years anymore.
No. No one really gets 10 years no more. But I feel like you might end up getting to a result of him doing more early. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're entitled to more. Well, I would like to say that we're entitled to more money, but you're kind of restricted for funds. But at least then you get to see what kind of players he has to what players that he could get rid of and what players he can keep. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you'll get more of an answer quicker
I think Emery, yeah. let me just blow this one. Emery's not really a great manager. Yeah, he's won in France. It's a Farmers League. Come on, with PSG, Champions League. Everyone used to see what PSG done in the Champions League. Where is he gonna take Arsenal? I don't know. Cup competition.
Have you seen what he's done with Sevilla?
Yeah,
he won Europa. Okay,
no, like cup competitions, you will win cup competitions here and there, but the way that Man City are moving, Liverpool, like all this, it's hard. Like Arsenal just need to, like, the next step for them is trying to win the league every time, but it seems like you haven't got the players to get you across the.
But to be honest, yeah, but with Emery, he can only do what he can with the players he has in it. Do you get what I'm saying? So if he gets entitled to funds, which probably ain't gonna happen at Arsenal, he might not be able to do as great as he might want to, but at the same time, I feel like he's making the best of what he has. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's being stubborn and it's like stuck in his ways with not playing Ozil and whatnot, but it's somewhat working. So if we end up getting top 4 Europa League, it's definitely been a good season because everyone's asking for everyone to be patient with him. But I feel like if people lose patience with him after the first year already and we're not even in the relegation zone, I feel like it's not fair. So for him to even be in the title race as he is, I mean, not say title race, top 4 at the moment, considering that Arsenal have had some howlers, I don't think he's actually doing too bad. So I'm alright with him for the moment.
Before we come off this, yeah, so Ollie's first Premiership loss. How do United bounce back? Wolves away, FA Cup next game on Saturday. Then is Watford. Then is Wolves away again in the league.
Boy, FA Cup. That's gonna be us. Like we have to.
7 days.
That's gonna be you.
Yeah.
Are you saying that now?
No. Like going through to the next stage. Anyway. I think we're gonna beat Wolves
at Molineux.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna beat Wolves. Like
We're looking at me. We're looking at me.
Why are you looking at me?
Why are you looking at me, bro?
You're looking at me. You don't seem confident, cuz.
I don't seem confident. No, I'm just thinking.
He's just thinking about himself like today.
My thing is that
I think
if
we're
we
gonna
can
beat
get if we can get players back in this 7 days, thank God we haven't got a midweek game.
Yeah.
We got 7 days. Herrera has to come back. We need players back, man.
Matic needs to get
Bro, you got to remember that we had 10 injuries at one point. Yeah, Solskjaer,
I'm
what
not
he's
doubting-
done.
Listen, I'm not doubting that. Listen, I've been an advocate of Ollie's. Like after the last first 2 games, I saw the way United changed their play. I was like, listen, this guy's gonna go on a mad run. And to be fair, my reservation just comes more from the side that you're looking at Wolves are like they're light. Wolves are not a light.
We're gonna go into Wolves. We're gonna go to Wolves after this.
At Molyneux, bro. I'm not. I'm not.
Then we
We drew at home.
we
with
drew
them.
at home.
Yeah, they've drawn at home to
Man
Man
City,
City.
Arsenal,
beat
Chelsea. They beat us. Listen,
They beat Tottenham.
They beat Tottenham.
At
They
home,
drew us
at home.
again today. Like, listen.
This is.
But yeah,
I'm confident in my team.
Yeah, we're gonna go into Wolves now, but so quickly to round it up. So you think this loss
we'll
is
bounce back. We'll bounce back.
Yeah.
I'm confident. We'll
Ollie's
bounce
at the
back.
wheel still?
Ollie's
Or
at
the
the
Wolves?
wheel.
So the Wolves still there, yeah?
The wheels are still there, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about Wolves, man, because like you said, yeah, Wolves. I mean, let's actually go back from last season. I think we all used to catch championship games and be like, right, this Wolves team is moving mad. Like
With a
even
Portuguese player.
the Portuguese, even the coach, Nuno, I was like, okay, I want to see what they do next season. And lo and behold, outside the top 6, Wolves are there.
Listen, Nuno is a fantastic manager, man. He's a fantastic manager. Like, just when you watch the way he sets up the Wolves sides, it's just against big teams, especially. Like, I just think this guy is
Brave for a newly promoted side to do that.
he's fearless, bro. If you look at Wolves, doesn't matter who they're playing. Like, it doesn't matter who they're playing. Like, they go for the game. They go for the win.
You know what they've done? Yeah, they've basically come from the championship as the champions and have gone with that mentality into Prem.
We're the champions of the league,
Like, whereas teams come from championship and go, oh shit,
And they
we're
feel
in the big
inferior
league
straight
now,
away.
like, inferiority. But they just go out and just play their football. It's all Portuguese guys. Like this. How many English players has he got? Like, I think he got rid of a few of the young
But even the
guys,
English
like,
players are playing well. Everyone's playing well.
But he's literally just gone like, we are gonna play this football and this is how I want it.
He's got
Is it-
philosophy. Like, that's the most. I think as a manager, if you're coming into a club, especially you're going into like a newly promoted club or whatever, you got to come with a philosophy. You can't just be like, okay, look, let's just go game by game and try and get there. Like Fulham. Oh,
Perfect example.
Thank you. Because
Explain the Fulham. What do you
okay,
mean?
so you look at Fulham, in terms of investment, Fulham would have had the better investment. Like, they invested heavily. They signed Seri, they signed Schürrle, a whole heap of signings,
Kessie.
Even Mitrovic, technically, even though he was
I know he was on loan.
but
But
still,
they secured the signing.
Seri, not Kessie. Seri. Michel Seri.
Yeah. So, but look how they're performing, because they started with the manager who was the Russian one that was friends with Abramovich. He had no philosophy. Fair enough, he got them promoted, but if you look at last season, I think it was not until the last 10-15 games that they started to make that promotion bid for the playoffs. And then they came into the league this year, poor start. Even though I had a good squad, good investment, poor start. Then they bring in Ranieri. They think, oh yeah, Ranieri.
No, before him, was it Ranieri? I swear someone else got sacked when Ranieri came.
that's the guy he's talking about.
So it was the Russian guy that was starting.
So Ranieri took over from him,
Yeah, he took over from him. I'm sure it is. I can't. Djukanovic or but pardon me, I'm not. Yeah, anyway, and then obviously Ranieri came in. Like, for me, I still please. Obviously, I've got a lot of respect for Ranieri. Obviously, I'm a Chelsea fan. And he won the league with Leicester. This guy is not a great manager. He's not a good manager. Like, you have to understand this. He's not a good manager. Like, that Leicester side won the league because of their players. They had Vardy, Kante, who was world class and people didn't realise, Mahrez, who was playing world class.
Aren't you one of the main advocates of the manager winning the league?
Of course.
This age-old argument of the players versus manager. Who is it?
100%.
You are the main guy for the manager.
My point is, managers have play a massive role in a side winning games. Hence why you look at Fulham now, they've got a good squad, they've got a better squad than at least 3 of the teams in the Premier, so they shouldn't be in the bottom 3. But they're not set up right. They're not set up right. Week in, week out, they're going into games.
But it wasn't like they were winning games before Ranieri came.
No.
What do you mean?
Look at them last season.
Huh? Yeah, they were struggling, so it's not that Ranieri took over.
Exactly, because they've not been set up right.
Yeah, but it
So
was
that's
Ranieri
too
got to
much-
do
Yeah,
this.
but that's too. No, what I'm saying is Ranieri wasn't the answer to come in and save Fulham and take so if you're going to look at a new appointment, for example, Leicester have taken in Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers has a philosophy, yeah. He didn't do well at Liverpool because Liverpool, I think, was that job was too big for him. But you look at Swansea, that Swansea side, yeah.
No, he was close. He was close.
I know he was
very
close.
close.
He made some good signings. He's the one who brought in. He was responsible for Coutinho coming in. So he's always good at identifying young players.
He was good at that, like young players
at youth level, at youth level. But if you look at even before that, Swansea, yeah, when they were playing, I think they were playing some of the best football in the Prem, when they had Michu, Sinclair, Leon Britton, Joe Allen, all these men came through. So he's got philosophy.
I remember they used to play 4-3-3.
Who's this? Swansea?
Swansea,
I used to hate going to that stadium. When United were going to Swansea, I knew already it was a mad game.
But Brendan Rodgers, you see what I mean about philosophy? I know Scottish League is
I bet they had Sigurdsson before Tottenham got them.
Sigurdsson.
Wow.
But I don't think Sigurdsson was there under Brendan Rodgers. No, he wasn't there under Rodgers. He came in the season after under Monk, I think. Yeah, but anyway, I know Scottish League is light, but he went to Celtic and he dominated that league. I know they didn't have Rangers in it, but it wasn't even fair how he was dominated. Yeah, and now he's at Leicester. Leicester have a very good side, so I expect big things from Leicester going forward. Yeah, but if you look at someone like Ranieri, I don't think Ranieri is going to go in to the current Leicester side and do anything.
It's mad how Ranieri's just got sacked from Fulham and just went straight into Roma.
What's Roma doing? What's wrong? Like what? Do you not remember what I think
Premier League winner, baby. That's on your CV, my G. Like, I don't know what we're talking about here. If that's on your CV,
not just in the Premier League winner with Leicester. Like that's
that Leicester.
Wait, I'm gonna respect it.
Back to Wolves though, yeah. So what do you think? Okay, so if the season ended today, fans will be like, yeah, we've had a great season. But could Wolves, go to the FA Cup final potentially?
Anyone can get there.
No, but you just said Man United is gonna win on Saturday.
Someone. I'm saying,
We've seen Wigan go there.
Can get there, yeah. If Wolves can get
Wigan have got there, Hull got there. Yeah, I get you.
There.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, from our perspective, I just want Man United to win against Wolves.
Cool.
But anyone can get there.
Yeah. Let's talk about the game then. Yeah. So Wolves Chelsea today.
Yeah, man,
how do you feel? You're a Chelsea fan, Dan. Stelios, how do you feel about the result?
Bro, obviously it's a disappointing result. I'm not gonna lie and say, it's fine. Listen, it's a disappointing result. We dropped points in a position when we're meant to be fighting for top 4 against a team that's below us. So it's a poor result. But at the same time, I'm glad that we managed to pull it back to a draw because Wolves were set up really well. There was no space for anybody. Like Hazard was locked out. As soon as Hazard got the ball or tried to make a run in behind, free on him straight away. There was nothing we could do today, to be fair. And I don't think we have the players for that. But we pulled the result back, so I'm satisfied with the draw. Would have been worse if it was a loss, but I'm overall not happy with the result.
1-0 down, yeah. We saw Sarri bring on Hudson instead of Willian on.
This is it.
Yeah?
This is it. I'm happy with that.
This is making little changes. Usually it's the same subs every game.
And Jorginho came off as well. I mean, Jorginho came off for Willian. That's what I'm saying.
No, I saw Higuain.
No, Jorginho came off for Willian. This is what I'm saying. You see Sarri.
Sarri's clocked it.
No. Don't get me wrong. Look, I'm not one of them people that I think Jorginho gets a lot of stick.
Oh, let's talk about Jorginho actually.
Yes.
Because how do we feel around this table? Jorginho. Before I give it to Stelios.
I think he's all right, but in terms of the whole setup, I feel like Kante should be playing in his position now.
Yeah. Jorginho.
I've said it. Kante needs to be where he is.
Where does Jorginho need to be?
Jorginho, I don't know, man.
If you put Kante where, are you saying Jorginho should go further forward or Jorginho should be on the bench?
Jorginho can chill on the bench. Because he's not bringing anything. Hold on. Let me say one thing. Jorginho can control the pace of the game, but I don't see. I think there's better players like Loftus-Cheek can play what Jorginho does.
To be honest, I feel like if they can pull off a 4-2-3-1, then I don't see.
As Scuffy just said that, I was thinking, why don't they play 4-2-3-1? Jorginho and Kante.
His philosophy. No. That's not his philosophy. That's not his style of play.
But the question was obviously, where would you play these players? In order to play both of them,
you knew you had Kante when you came to the club, and you went to buy Jorginho. Is what Scuffy's saying.
This is my point. So again, when you look at managers, some managers go into a club, look at the players they've got, and say, okay, we're going to play this formation based on what we've got. Some managers are like, I've got a style of football. I'm going to choose the players in the squad that suit my style of football because I trust my style of football more than I trust.
Which one do you prefer?
I would, based on the obviously last few years of Chelsea, I want a manager that's got a philosophy because we had Mourinho first. Yeah,
I'll just stop you right there.
Yeah,
I'm going to toss it to Tabo. Yeah, You see what he just said there? First thing I thought of was Man United. We had 3 managers, Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, that came in with their own philosophy and didn't do the United kind of style of play. Now we've got Solskjaer, who's done what Stelios said.
You had 3 managers. You had 2 managers because Moyes has not got philosophy.
No, but I'm saying he didn't come in. He sacked the whole backroom stuff. My point is, he didn't carry on. Solskjaer came in and took things back to how it was.
Because he's a caretaker manager. You have to, first and foremost, you have to remember that he's not there. He didn't have responsibilities for signings in January or nothing. So for him, his job is to come in and look at what I've got and do the best.
No, because let's just say Giggs came. Basically, a manager could have come in for Mourinho and thought, yeah, the season's a write-off. Let's just do the same things we were doing and just let the season end, and then the new manager will come in.
He's doing a different thing though. He's not playing the same formation as Mourinho.
No, but he's taking it back to the United way, kind of.
Exactly. So that he's taking it back to a new philosophy, which is the United philosophy.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's not like he's gone in there and like obviously he's a caretaker manager, so he's not gone in there and said, look, I'm going to implement my philosophy. But he's taken a legacy philosophy. He played under Fergie. Do you get what I'm saying? And he knows it in and out.
So with Sarri, go on.
Can I ask? What's Chelsea's philosophy?
It's obviously Sarri ball, and when you say what's Sarri ball,
No, I
Wait, what do you mean philosophy? Yeah, as a club.
listen, take away.
We don't have one.
Chelsea don't have an identity, and that's why I just said.
Hey, clap! Hey, clap! Everyone clap! Everyone clap!
That's what I wanted to get.
Everyone clap!
Yeah, but listen, I'm not scared to admit that. Listen, we haven't had a manager to come in and the only
You're a new money club. You're new money.
The only philosophy we've had is park the bus under Mourinho, and it won us titles. Yeah, that's fair enough. Ancelotti came in, didn't have him.
Mourinho was beating teams, guys. Like 4-3-3. He came in with Damien Duff.
I remember
Robin.
The 4-5-1. Really, it was when the 2 wide men.
Parking the bus. He was parking the bus when he needed to.
But with Sarri, so what are you saying? So he came in now. He
So
said
he's come in, so I think it was a second podcast when I already said it from the get go. Yeah, I am not mad. I'm not expecting anything from Sarri this season. Yeah, for me, I will be very satisfied with a top 4 finish and seeing a couple youth players come through. I have seen that this year. Like I've seen, obviously Loftus-Cheek is playing. Hudson-Odoi, that's another situation.
Hudson's gone.
We don't know yet. But at least he got 30 minutes today. I'm happy with that. Like he's come on now. He played in Europa. He scored in the last 3 Europa games. So I'm seeing progress in terms of youth. Yeah, which is something I haven't seen in the last few years. So I'm satisfied with that. And the style of football. Don't get me wrong. I still prefer Conte. And I'll never change that because I think Conte's.
He won it for France in that position. I don't know.
No, he's talking about Conte. The manager.
Conte, the manager. I think that 3-5-2 because you look at it, bro. Van Gaal tried that whole 3-5 and tried to bring it to the Prem. As soon as Conte established it in the Prem, how many teams copied him week in, week out? Like even Tottenham copied him. Jorginho, yeah.
That's what Jorginho. Because what are you saying about him? Because like we said, we around the table feel that. He doesn't. He passes left and right. That's what he does. He passes the ball well left and right.
Like, his job is to keep the ball moving. Like so when we play at the back, he just wants he needs an anchor that's going to be able to just keep the ball moving because he doesn't like slow play. Like we're constantly moving the ball. But it's the people that I think let the side down are players like Kovacic. Like Kovacic, for me, he's a player you could say, he's looking left and right because his job is not to do that. His job is to get forward, make the decisive killer ball, like play it into the front 3, not like play it from the back, carry it from the back, make a pass to the other 2 centre mids. I think Kante does fine in centre mid. People say, he needs to hold. He can't do what Jorginho does. He can't take the ball and then distribute it round and round and round. Like
I feel kind of sorry for Kante because I don't feel like Chelsea bought him for the reason that what he's playing at now. Personally, obviously, when he's a DM, he does his job. But I think
Chelsea initially bought him for the reason, and then the new managers come and changed
what I'm saying. Yeah,
because he won with Leicester in that position. He won the World Cup in that position. He won the league with Chelsea in that position.
And I feel like that's what he should be playing, that position of like just holding and let all the other players.
What's Jorginho? What's Sarri saying? Sarri,
you know what I think
Jorginho's better than you in that position.
I think he's just being stubborn. But I feel like if maybe Kante didn't have them accolades, I think he probably would have either dropped him or not had him in his team. Because if so, why wouldn't you play that? Because he's a World Cup winner and he's doing all of these.
But then the thing, even when Kante's playing good, he's not playing great.
He's playing good.
He's a good player.
He's a good player, but I feel like he's just trying to make do with the fact that he's Kante, so he's just playing him. Does that make sense? But I think he would run.
Yeah, he's playing good, but it could, like, if you put him in his definite position, he'll be like, it would even work for the whole team. That's the thing.
I think
That's
he's.
the
I
thing.
think he's fine where he is, man. He's fine where
He's
he is.
fine, but
He's
he's not great.
listen. Listen. Okay. Sometimes, yeah, for the greater good, which is a potentially very good philosophy, yeah, he has to adapt. Like if you look at Napoli last year, yeah, they had Jorginho playing in the same role he was playing, and they had Allen. Allen has the exact same characteristics as Kante, yeah, who is like aggressive ball winner in midfield. And I think when Kante does that up the field, that gives us even more of an advantage because now we're even further out and we're winning the ball. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think he can do his job where he is now, but what we need is to add a decisive player to play alongside the two. Do you get what I'm saying? Because at the moment we've been switching between Barkley, Kovacic, Loftus-Cheek has been injured and in and out, and I hope he can come through and be that guy. Because even today when he came on, he created chances, and that's what I like to see. But I think if we get rid of Kovacic,
You know the maddest thing, yeah. As you were saying, I was just thinking. See when you said 4-2-3-1. This is just a suggestion. Do you know Hudson-Odoi is an attacking midfielder?
Yeah.
You know he's not a winger like.
Yeah, he's
an
a
attacking
number
mid-
10.
How about just playing Jorginho, Kante in the 2, Hudson-Odoi number 10, Willian and Hazard, and then
so
Higuain up
Hazard
front.
from number 10 for Hudson-Odoi. That's what you're
Where's
saying.
that? You play 4-3-3, bro.
Yeah, okay, but okay, he's
No,
got.
no,
No, I'm saying.
Well,
So
even if they
who is a better?
switch,
Who is a better?
Or even if you play Hazard number 10 and Hudson-Odoi right wing, but 4-2-3-1.
yeah, but
You're saying you
that's
don't
what
change his
4-3-3
philosophy, don't change his philosophy.
No. Okay, my only gripe with Sarri has been that the plan B hasn't looked effective. He hasn't got a plan B. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's been it's like, okay, Sarri ball, like at the start of the season, before people clocked on to Jorginho, look how effective it was. We went how many games?
And now
unbeaten?
we have.
Now it's gone clocked on. Now it's got clocked on. It's like, okay, Sarri, you need a plan B because that Sarri ball can still go and win against the Huddersfields and the Newcastles and all that. But when we're facing a tough team that's going to keep everyone at the back, what are we going to do? Today he brought on William for Jorginho and we switched it up. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's signs of a manager who is in his club and he's like, okay, I'm learning on the job. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can't be mad at that.
So I got Arsenal, I got Chelsea here, yeah? Both in the same kind of position, trying to go for top 4, both in Europa. How do you think Europa's going to go for you two? Try and spell it out. So let's just assume Arsenal. First of all, do you think you're going to get past Rennes in the second leg?
Oh, mate.
3-1 down.
Because this first of all, I want to get to. Do you think you're going to?
Depending on what happens in the first 20 minutes, I'd say they should be able to. I don't see why not. I feel
3-1, yeah.
Well,
No, that's the aggregate. I'm saying 3-1's the aggregate right now.
Yeah. Because technically they only have to win 2-0. But I feel like I said, depends on what Rennes do. Because if Rennes score that goal, the dynamics change. You get what I'm saying? Because Arsenal will beat Rennes 2-0 on a normal day. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just knowing that they're 3-1 down. So the scenario is, if they do so, is it because Rennes have already scored? If Arsenal 1-0 up early, then I feel like they will probably just come guns blazing. But
let's just assume you get past them, yeah. And you're all in the last 8 because Chelsea have beaten Dynamo Kiev 3-0 there through. Yeah. So that last 8, if everyone that I think is going to go through goes through, Tabs, try and get up quickly.
I think I know.
Quick.
Valencia, you got Valencia, Napoli, Benfica if they go through, of course. Villarreal,
Sevilla.
I think that's Sevilla. Sevilla, Inter Milan. Inter Milan. Then you got Arsenal, Chelsea.
Okay.
That'll be the 8.
So, how do you lot reckon? Because boy, top 4, I think we're gonna get the last slot. That's what I still think. I think
the
Solskjaer.
last slot. There's 2 slots up for grabs, right?
You don't think Tottenham's
no longer? But
they're only a point behind
Yeah,
Arsenal.
we'll talk about Tottenham after as well. But okay, so I think so. You reckon? Do you reckon any of you lot can win the Europa? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, man. Only because Arsenal like to do shit the hard way. Like they've lost.
Emery's done. This is Emery's Cup. It should be called the Emery Cup.
It's Emery Cup, but it's like cool. Barte they caught life. Rennes, I don't know if they'll be so lucky. They can't do this again in the quarters because I feel like they'll be out. Do you get what I'm saying?
Can I say something? That Rennes match, it only changed after the red card.
Oh yeah.
So I think Arsenal don't sell yourself short. I think you're gonna win this match 2-0. You got the goals. You will win that match.
Rennes have a fast winger.
I know you're talking about on the right.
Oh, the Senegal. Hey, he was cold.
Where are they in the French league?
10th, the 10th in the league.
Like, it's not. They're not even.
I hear what you're saying, but when it comes to cup competitions, certain teams know how to act different because Villarreal are near the relegation zone and they're still in it. So
listen, I think it's Nase makes a good point. And when it's a cup competition, it's just head to head. It's 2 games, so you have to take away form, all of that. It's like, okay, we need this result. We need to go there and set up like this way. They've got a 2-goal advantage. they're just going to sit there and say, look, we're not conceding today. They might concede one.
Would you go for the same formation you had today? Lacazette and Aubameyang out front, Ozil. You need goals.
Yeah. I'd say, but if anything, I'll probably put Ramsey and what's the name behind the two strikers instead.
Instead of Ozil not on.
No, because Torreira is available, isn't it?
Okay,
It will be started.
No, but obviously, because Torreira is available, in it, so I feel like they should probably plant the same, but instead just put Torreira in and just put and bench Ozil, and then at least have him as a plan B if you need him.
Do you reckon you can win the Europa, Dan?
Should be the club's top priority, boy. That's I think that's our most realistic route of getting into the Champions League, because top four, it's that battle is harder than winning the Europa. That's my opinion.
When I think about it, because obviously considering Arsenal's fixtures in the Prem, they got the easiest at the top four or the top five or whatnot. So I feel like that's more. It's gonna probably be more realistic for Arsenal to get through that stage. But then again, injuries come into play. The other teams that are involved, they're in other competitions like the FA Cup, Champions League. So hopefully that will kind of deter Arsenal in order for them to get into the top four.
But then them same variables work against you winning the Europa. If you were to focus on Europa, them same variables come into play. So which one would you prefer? Would you prefer to go for the league? Because I don't think you can go for both. You can't fight on both fronts.
Some men think they can. I know you've been reading the group.
That's a squad depth, innit, really, but
Do you have it to go for both?
we still got
Because a lot of Arsenal fans think that they do. That I speak to. Shout out Lloyd, Nase, City, One Touch, all them man there.
the squad depth. What they feel that we do, yeah.
I said, which one do you go for? Their man say, nah, Samuel, you in these narratives. Why do you think that we can't go for both?
Because you know, to be honest, I'll be real. I'd rather win the Europa League because it's a trophy at the end of the day, and you get Champions League, so you get both, 2 birds, 1 stone. And I don't even think that's a bad trophy to win, because it's like, if we're in the competition, you might as well be in it to win it. Why come out of something to focus on something you ain't gonna get? You get what I'm saying? Because to get higher in the Prem to get
You got to the final last year, right?
Yeah, we got to semi-final.
Atletico,
Madrid, yeah. So I feel like if we're in it, I'd rather win the Europa League. But if I'm thinking about where we're more likely to win or how we're gonna get through, I think it's more likely top
If
4.
you win Europa, you don't even need to do qualifications.
Yeah,
Yeah, you go straight through. Yeah, so that's fine.
We'll see. I'll be here next week to let the man them know. Get me? Because obviously by then you would have paid Rene. Liverpool, they got the job done today against Burnley. Did anyone here think they were gonna kind of trip up? Nah. You lot also win.
Burnley's a hard side, man, but they done well to get the result. They were at home, yeah, so I kind of expected a win, but they done well.
Yeah, Liverpool.
You still think Liverpool's winning the title?
I still stand by it, man. I think who's got a harder run in? City haven't they? They still got to go to United. They still got to go to
Liverpool.
Tottenham.
Liverpool still got Chelsea.
Yeah.
Liverpool got Tottenham.
Liverpool got Tottenham still. Yeah, man. And it's any team that can
They've
trip
got
up.
Tottenham and Chelsea. Who have I think?
City have got City have still got to go Man United and Tottenham, so it's the same fixture.
Yeah, because United is ahead of Chelsea. United is ahead of Chelsea. Right, in terms of football now, United.
But anything can happen. We're talking match up. Liverpool and Chelsea matches are always
City have United and Tottenham.
City's still got the FA Cup to focus on as well.
and Champions League.
But Liverpool got the Champions League to focus on. So the only difference between the two teams.
Yeah, can I say City's squad is fake? Yeah, like when you look at the squad and their substitutions, you just realise that they're too fake.
Like for like,
Their depth is mad. Like,
robots.
They can take out Sterling and put Mahrez. Take out some Silva and put KDB. Their squad is fake.
Yeah, KDB is injured again.
But still, I'm just
They
telling you.
got players. Fernandinho's even more important, I'll say, than KDB right now. And he's there.
He's been out for a while now.
So I think the only thing that's going to probably benefit Liverpool is just the fact that they're not in the FA Cup. That's the only thing that I can think will be the difference for them to still compete. No, they're still in the Champions League.
You reckon they're going to go for the Champions League game? Bayern Munich 0-0. No, do you think they're going to go through? Because it's 0-0.
So Bayern the other day, they won 3-0, innit? Like yesterday, they were cruising.
If they go out of that, then boys, all eyes on the league, boy.
Yeah, that's pretty much. So
Still,
yeah,
that last year must be hurting for them. Like it must be hurting.
Has Klopp got to win something this season?
Yeah, of course.
Klopp hasn't won
Yeah,
No, but a lot of Liverpool fans I talk to, they say I don't think he has to. Like, of course we want him to. Their thing is that he's got us going in the right direction. That we can obviously see.
You might be in the car going in the journey, but are you arriving? That's a problem. You're not arriving. They're going around and around the M25.
No, but from outside looking in and from a rival, yeah, I can see that they're doing better. Do you get me?
yeah, they do.
So it's only a matter of time. Bro, if Salah don't go off injured, who knows if they've even got the Champions League last season? Who
Salah
knows?
hasn't even been scoring for.
No, I'm talking about last season. Who knows? It's all thin lines. But
I feel like Liverpool, they're definitely in a position where they have to win stuff because they've been getting to finals, but they ain't exactly been like just go that extra step. Once you've done that extra step, then you've won something because they've been in Europa League final, Champions League final,
League Cup final.
League Cup as well.
Yeah, but it's still you're not winning.
It's cost been to a lot of finals, you know, with Liverpool, fam. That's a lot.
So what do you think? Is that good then?
Huh?
The fact that they ain't won it though.
Nah, of course he's not.
You're a Klopp guy.
It's nice.
You're a Klopp guy.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm a Klopp guy. I'm not a Klopp guy.
To pull up the receipts on that.
Nah, I'm not a Klopp guy. I think I knew that he would do a good job at Liverpool. Like, and that's he's one of them ones. Like, he has done a good job at Liverpool. I think Liverpool fans that say that they're not expecting anything this season, I think they're well within their right to say that, because Liverpool in the last few years have not won anything. How many seasons has Klopp been there? Like two seasons now?
They've been competing though. But they've been competing.
That Gerrard slip, they've been competing.
There's three things in it. It's either like you're not competing, you're competing, or you're winning. Do you get what I'm saying?
He's second in the
This is
league.
what I'm saying. And he's been competing since what? Since what was the time when they were in the final for the Europa League? A couple
2
years
seasons
ago.
ago.
No,
Was it two or
yeah, so they
two
got
or
to the
three?
final of Europa, got to the final of Champions League, got to the final of domestic cups. So he's heading in the right direction. Bro, before that, Liverpool...
They were challenging. That Gerrard slip, they nearly won the league.
Oh, see, even
with
then,
SAS.
that's what I'm saying. But no, who was that was Brendan.
Brendan, that's what I'm saying. So they were
Yeah,
challenging.
yeah.
So it's not like...
So I feel like by now.
Yeah.
By now, I think it's like after 3 years.
And they've spent a lot of money, even though they've recouped money from the Coutinho sale and all that. But they've brought in a lot of recruitments.
Yeah, the recruitment's been... They're heading in, like I said...
But
they're
you still
heading
think...
they're heading in the right direction. I think...
You still think Liverpool?
I think Liverpool this year, like, it's... Yeah, man. They're defending well. It's just... I don't know, like Salah, Firmino, and Matt. I think we went to the West Ham game. Yeah, like they just, in terms of attacking wise, like they just took their foot off the gas. I think it's very rare to see all three of them out of form. That's the thing. Usually, like if you look at last season, it's like if one of them's out of form, two of them are in form. If two of them are out of form, one of them's in form. So they're getting through attacking. But this season, they just hit a spell where all three of them were out of form.
They're still spreading their goals. That's a good thing, but it's just that they're a bit of too many draws. Like it's just going over the line. That going over the line is a big thing.
This is what Coach was saying. He was saying when you get to this point of the season, it's not about the performance anymore. It's not about the good football. It's literally about the 3 points. Can you get the 3 points? So now, when they go into these stadiums that they were winning before, these games, like, I don't know, who they were dropping points recently. They were dropping points against...
Yeah, bro, they've only dropped points in two major...
But recently, since the title race is hotting up, they've dropped points.
Okay, but they dropped points to... The West Ham game, yeah, that's a game I expect them to win.
No, but...
Yeah, and then Everton, which is a Merseyside derby, like... And they were away in the Merseyside...
They've dropped more points than that.
They lost to Man City.
No, I'm saying they've drawn against some smaller teams.
Those are the two draws I know. Please check, because it was a loss against Man City, draw against West Ham, and a draw against Everton. Merseyside derby.
They've only lost once this season as well.
Yeah,
only
Man
once.
City.
Yeah.
Only Man City. They're defending very well. Like even look at the
Van
Everton
Dijk, I
game.
think it's Van Dijk.
If you look at and when people told me, oh, he's not worth the money, I've been saying for the last 3 years, this guy is the best centre back in the Prem. He's the best centre back. He's the best centre back in the world. Yeah. But before I was saying he's the best in this.
Wait, you were saying that 3 years ago?
Listen.
3 years ago you were saying that. No, he was.
Southampton, please.
Wait, Southampton, he was the best centre back in the league in Southampton.
I said he was the best ball playing centre back in the Prem. It was
No, you're changing now. You're saying ball playing. Oh. Because Alderweireld 3 years ago, Alderweireld 3 years ago was the best centre back.
Hands up. No, I said he's the best ball
Don't
playing.
do that again.
I know. Best ball playing centre back in the Prem, yeah?
I agree. Best ball
Best ball playing centre back in the Prem. And then
you and I went to watch against the West Ham Liverpool match at the London Stadium. It was effortless. The way he was just confiscating.
his recovery is ridiculous.
You don't even need to recover like that.
The commentator said, "Oh, you know what? Van Dijk could play on his own. Like he's just comfortable. He knows how to read the game. He plays like Rio, like Rolls Royce. Like everything's just.
But
elegant.
he can actually do the Vidic part. That's a scary thing about it. He can do the Vidic part as well.
He's
complete centre back. Complete
Earlier
centre
on in
back.
the season, no one's dribbled past him or something like that.
Yeah.
Imagine that you're a centre back and no one's moved past you
mad.
because
Yep.
like he doesn't even get red cards or yellow cards like that.
It's rare. But quick shout out to Sterling, man. Scored a hat-trick yesterday. What a season this guy's having. Are we Sterling fans around there?
I never had a problem with that guy, you know.
What's everyone's problem with that guy?
To be honest, we're asking the wrong guy, you know. But like, now, to be honest, yeah, I feel like
Some Sterling haters, man.
listen, I don't know what's wrong, man. Is that I feel like he does what he has to in it. He gets goals and he sets up. Do you get what I'm saying?
Bro, he's one of the main names on the team sheet in the Pep Guardiola side. Are we taking that in here?
Listen,
Like,
come on, man. I feel like he's good at what he does, man. It's like maybe if it's not on the ball, but still being effective off the ball is very important. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like if you make yourself available, you're able to find the net, no matter how the goal's scored, innit? If it goes in, it goes in. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So and he performs at important times also. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
it's his movement. It's his movement. Like people don't realize Sterling's movement is mad. Mm-hmm. Like he's realized
even the tapping yesterday, yeah. He didn't just walk into green grass because I see grass there.
Oh, sorry, grass. Anyone could have gone into that green grass. Bro, do you see the way he actually made that space for himself? You saw that bang, there's a space there. Like, I'm going in. And that's it. But, oh, man, Sterling, he's good.
Yeah, even if you look at his third goal as well, you're obviously talking about importance and stuff. When you look at, hold on. I think
Oh, this is WWF. No, this is WWF.
And we passed the Arsenal segment already. We passed the Arsenal segment. We passed it. We passed it. Hey, hold that. Say your few pieces.
What's going on, bro? I just touched down. How many minutes we in?
Hey, we're 3 minutes in.
Yeah. Boy.
What's been the obviously what?
So Arsenal, yeah?
We spoke about Arsenal.
Nah, how can you not breeze over it that quick, fam?
What do you mean?
That's mayhem, fam.
We've been there for
That's
time.
mayhem. Yeah.
But Nase just touched ground. He just touched the podcast. So obviously you're happy. You're happy.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm happy, but at the same time, I still feel I'm not really that happy with the performance, you know?
No, that's what I'm saying.
You feel
Let's
me?
keep it a buck.
Like, it wasn't, you get me? But obviously, then again, more time for us. When we win, we have to play good, innit? Like, when we played Chelsea, even when we drew against Liverpool. So I guess for us to play, we didn't play crap, but you get me? It's not usual that we don't do our best. Like, we don't normally get strokes of luck like that, especially against United. Like with the
penalty and that shot.
It's fortune, but you lot have had that for 20 years, time and time again, and you lot would never admit it. That's what pisses me off about United fans. So it always feels good to beat United, but I don't know, man. I just like, there's certain teams when I play, I want to slap them and feel like, like there's nothing you lot can say. Like obviously now you lot can still chat crap and say boom, this and that, penalty.
No, you don't got the bragging right.
Yeah, therefore, but it's, I don't know.
As long as Arsenal
It's just like it's years of pain where it's not adding up yet. It's not even that.
to defend good, then we tend to be alright because Arsenal's issue's been defending. So as long as we're kind of
That's a myth as well, though, because we're still not fluid in the final third, bro. This whole Ozil creativity crap is pissing me off, bro. We keep saying this creative. Before the match started, what were you saying?
Yeah, I said Ozil central. And
What did it do, though? When are we gonna kill this narrative? Imagine we had a proper killer number 10 that actually gets busy, like Eriksen, like Kevin De Bruyne. Then you can say, yeah, I'll strike. Like we've seen this guy do the same jazz for 6 years. People still keep saying, yeah, Lacan, Abba gonna enjoy it. How many times are you gonna say that and they don't enjoy nothing?
there were no chances created to them for them.
Gee, what does he do? Bro, Lukaku's more creative than Ozil. Lukaku has been getting busy the last few games. I'm like, no. Even he looks like he's been working on his touch. The amount of he's always floating in balls behind from Rashford. Like,
he knows that little crossfield little floater.
Also, bro, some of the balls that I've seen Lukaku do in the last 4 or 5 games where he's doing his own run there.
Since that Arsenal,
Even that dirty ball against Arsenal.
If Ozil done that, they're shouting. I think like this is what I try to say. When players do passes, to me, that whole passing thing is a stat that's been created for shit players to look good. A lot of players do those long passes. Like, come on, stop making that as some world class talent that only a few man can do. Because you see passes like that all the time. The guy when he's in the box is too tentative. Like there was a chance where it laid down. Not once in his head is he thought, let me just snapshot and surprise the keeper. He's trying to pass it to Aubameyang, who's got 2 man around. Like, he's just a really frustrating player to watch. But then again, he's had for his standard, that's actually a good game for him. And the fans, when I watch Arsenal Fan TV, they're going to be saying Ozil had a great, that's what really pisses me off. You get me? He just had a standard, average, to me, a poor game.
Would you start Ozil on Thursday against Rennes?
No, because we need a win. I'll go with we need a win. I'll go with Mkhitaryan, Suarez, Iwobi, whoever, not Ozil, because you need people that are ready to kill. You know what I'm saying? But I still think we can win with Ozil in there.
We was talking about something else, but quickly before we come off that, do you think Arsenal can win the Europa? That's what I asked Skuff earlier.
Can we? The question,
obviously, yeah.
Can is always a can.
Yeah.
Will we? I'm always, you know me, I'm always leaning to more negative. I'm going to say no. I don't think we will, because 3-1 deficit.
Oh, you don't think we're going to get past Rennes? Because we was even talking about the last 8.
This is what drives me crazy. For what? People have been deciding.
Ren only played after
The 10 men.
The 10 men.
So with the 11 men.
You guys were floating.
That's not true, bro.
No,
That's
no,
not true.
I was
We were
watching
winning. Ren was still, there was, look, the danger signs were there early, bro. How did we get the yellow card? How did we get the yellow card?
2 Jazz yellow cards.
No, okay, there were 2 Jazz yellow cards, but what happened? Rennes were attacking. Yeah. He's felt under pressure. The yellow card just didn't come. So I hate when people just talk rubbish. They were attacking us. They were moving to us.
Because they were giving you trouble that, like, in front of goal.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't trouble, but they were coming at us, bro. And we don't deal with that well. That's why you could never watch an Arsenal match at 1-0.
But then when they go home, like I've seen Arsenal go away, lose the match, come back home at Emirates, and then
it catches up with you though. It catches up. You can do that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Look at the start of the season. Remember when we had this little run where we kept coming from behind in games, and everyone was saying, "Yeah, okay,
second half,
5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 10." Then eventually it catches up, bro. You can't keep riding your luck. Even the same United that I bang on about, and I say obviously it's exaggerated when I say the United luck thing, but you're not the same. When United could be 1-0 down, 93 minutes, fam. You know, like this because you know.
I was quietly confident. When you lot scored today, I was that, we can come back.
100% you're gonna. Like, I can't believe you didn't score. I was surprised. Yeah.
You know when he's on form and you think, you know what, Lukaku's gonna get half a chance.
You know who I think
and do something
today? My favourite United player, Rashford.
I said that.
Jazz.
Yeah, Rashford.
And I'm a big fan of him. I know Coach will be.
Coach was there. Coach was at the match today.
Coach
He was at the Emirates today.
Come on, bro.
I was very surprised at Rashford. Like, even for me, I don't always just look at. It's easy to say end product. For me, if you go to cross and nobody missed to do that. If you go to shoot and you miss, again, nobody missed to do that. For me, it's your decision making. Yeah. Like, there was that one where he came in behind and I don't know what he did, where he just
instead of finessing it, just
no, the thing is, even he had time. Like, it's just Rashford's normally a quick thinking guy. For me, it's all about your decision player. What is the player trying to do? That's what I judge. Not just saying the end product and the tap in or the cross. What is he? How's the players thinking? That's how I judge my player.
Oh, you came at the perfect time because I was going to skip it, but we're talking about Sterling actually, the hat trick. Yeah. You came at the perfect time. Because before we come off it, no. Before we come off this, I want to talk about Spurs, yeah? Sterling, hat-trick yesterday. He's having a great season. Wouldn't you agree, Nase?
I said this in the group, 100% he is. I've always rated Sterling.
No, but we was actually talking about the movement. Let's talk about the movement thing. You said yesterday he ran into a bit of green grass, yeah? But it's not...
Someone else scored a goal like that yesterday. Firmino. What was the difference between him and Firmino?
Firmino's good at that as well. Firmino actually does... Like, we're not saying he does...
For that.
No, Firmino, to me, he doesn't get enough goals as a striker. Firmino is a number 10 that's playing number 9 for me. He's a creative striker. Yeah, he's a creative striker. He doesn't get enough goals for me.
No, but he's good at that movement thing as well. That thing is a thing. The movement is a thing. That's what I'm saying.
I think, again, it's just a thing people make up to... Because before Sterling, I didn't hear anybody ever talk about movement, bro. I didn't hear... We spoke about movement. I'm talking about in our group. Obviously, I know movement's a thing. I know, but I think, okay, if that happens to your team, the first thing you say is bad defending. That's the first thing. I'm not saying it was. At the end of the day, if you keep doing something over and over again, it's not a fluke. And the boy, as much as I bash him, he keeps scoring. Whether they're tap-ins, whether they're base easy goals or whatever, he keeps doing it.
Put it this way, if he was a manager, opposing manager, and you're putting a team out, you would say to one of your guys, okay, be careful because that Sterling guy, he moves.
And he still keeps doing it. So that's what I'm saying. I can't.
This is finally,
This is the second time.
No, because the first time you were still fighting.
Remember the first time? The last time I came, you had Sterling T. That was
No, but fam, he scored a hat-trick. We have to talk about it. That's why we were talking about it before.
And that's his first hat-trick.
Is that his first hat-trick? Yeah.
Bro, I'm happy for him. Don't get me. You're not forgetting. Like I've never actually said I hate Stella. I just like him. I just don't
rate him. You didn't rate him. No, there's things you say. Yeah, but that's the way you came across.
I don't feel he's as good as that's
overrated.
what I feel like. Yeah, I feel he's overrated. But then again, I can't say he's overrated because he's got a lot of haters. That's the thing.
But is he a good player?
He's got a lot. Huh?
Would you say he's a good player though?
There's a lot of good players. Would I put him top echelon? No. Would he be first on my list? No. Do I think he's a standout? No. Do I think he's a player that's coming to a good team where he's got the players around him that he needs? Where he's like, if you look at how many times do we see that same Man City's goal scorer?
He's effective in that
He's not receiving
system.
that tapping to himself. I feel like if that wasn't Sterling there, it would be someone else. But at the end of the day, it is him. So I have to give him the credit. Simple as that.
But when he was young and doing it with Triple S, was it?
SAS.
Wasn't doing this though.
But that was still not the numbers is his scoring yet, but he's changed his game because I remember even on that Man City documentary, like you see where Guardiola's putting him and telling him, I want you to do these movements. Like, and you can see the changing in the player where he's now seeing football in a different light in the last third.
Don't just get the ball and run with it.
He was just getting the ball, like he used to do this thing where he just drops his shoulder, then he sprints. That was Sterling. Sprint, cross. But
I
now
think it's just coaching though. It's age as well, bro. Like I think as you get older, you mature as a footballer. Do you get what I'm saying? The mental side comes into it. You see the more importance of it.
Again, I still see the same stupid, basic, simple stuff that he does today. This is my problem. If you look at
Mbappe on Thursday. No player on Wednesday. No player's gonna. Every player has that kind of lapse of
every week. G. Sterling. If you look at this time, okay, City. Would we say they're the best in the league at keeping the ball?
Yeah.
They rarely lose the ball. Watch who loses the ball when they lose the ball. It is Sterling. That's a fact, bro. When they lose the ball, it's Sterling, G. I'm telling you. This is what happened yesterday. In the first half, he just kept. It's like, what are you trying to do? There's some things that I can't stand when I see a player here. Like the space is there, you run yourself. But what's going through your head? Some of his decision making to me is still mad. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
he's effective.
But he's in a good team. That's I think the key factor. Good team with a good manager.
Would he score these many goals for England?
Thank you. That's what this is it. Now when it comes to England, everyone's going to say, oh, what's happening? And I can see it already. I even think in Europe, when obviously as they beat Schalke or whatever, and if they come up against an Athletic or whatever, what's Sterling in those games, bro? And again, I don't like to do that because I don't like when people say, this is the game where I'm going to like what you did with Kane. I don't really like that. But when he's up against some better defenders, watch him. You watch him.
Fair enough. I'm passing it to you, Dan, because Poch, you're a big advocate of Poch. The Spurs project. You believe in the Spurs project. Shout out Gabs. Another Spurs fan, shout him out, you know.
Right or die.
But it seems like it's kind of slowing down. What's going on? Is it just that the players that are
like every so if you look at obviously United, I know before Oli, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Liverpool now. They've all gone through a bad blip. Man City even went through
You have to go through a blip.
And this is Tottenham's first blip of the season. That's the reason why. And that it's unfortunate that blip's taken them out of the title race, but they're going through a blip. Do you know what I'm saying? I think this was Dele Alli's first game back in it against Southampton. They were a goal up.
He did well in the first half.
They were a goal up, but unfortunately, Southampton, they're doing very well at the moment with that new manager. They're proper attacking fullbacks. Got a good free kick. Ward-Prowse scored 2 of them now. He scored one against United even. But United were good enough to see out the
But
victory.
I think the man of the defeat, the second half, Tottenham were just not at it.
Pochettino even said, he said like they got arrogant. And that's
No,
the
but
reason.
I've seen this too many times now. I saw this at home against Wolves when they were in the title race and they messed up and Wolves beat them. I saw it was against Palace.
Against Wolves this season, you're talking about the Tottenham one.
Yeah, Wolves. They lost against Wolves in the league at Wembley. Yeah. And they just
Wolves
the players.
I've said
No,
it
but the
before.
players. It looks like the players like just in the second half they could not perform.
Go on one thing about Tottenham. They didn't buy anyone this year.
Exactly.
Like, where's the improvement? Are you just going to improve players by fitness and say, okay, this is my squad from last year?
Which is why
Improve your
I think it's
fitness.
fair to say
He
Poch
does not
is
add
Doing
anything.
very well with what he's got. He's doing very well with what he's got. Like, what more do you expect from him? Like, they didn't buy nobody. He didn't buy no one in January even. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's still. It's just they're just going through a bad blip. Like,
They got rid of a player. They got rid of Dembele, innit?
yeah, they've lost Dembele now.
And this is the thing I think for every team is when do you want to go through your blip? I always say it's better to go through your blip at the start. Yeah, trust me. Like, this is the problem. Spurs, Liverpool, they have the tendency at the final hurdle. This is when
Arsenal,
Arsenal. How can I forget? No, the reason I didn't put Arsenal is because we do both.
No, Arsenal.
We do
Arsenal,
both.
yeah,
go back.
Arsenal have a
It's
good
one or the
end.
other.
Like,
Yeah, no, Arsenal. Yeah, this one. No, this. Wait, no, yeah, this is what Arsenal do. Yeah, Arsenal. They start well. The fans get gassed. Come like January, February, they go down. And then when they're out of the title race and there's no pressure, then towards the end of the season, then they start winning their games and they get top 4.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening.
See, but it's like they do bad when it comes to the like.
how many times have they broke Spurs' heart? Like last
Because
day
the last couple of games they're running, they just go ham.
Because obviously when it comes to Arsenal compete, when it comes to the title, like you say, yeah, they always crumble. But when it comes to top 4, they seem to usually know what they're doing. It was only the other season where it was toe to toe with Liverpool, and they just got out because of was it goal difference or was it a point or I'm not too
it wasn't goal difference. We got
It was like if
few
Liverpool
points,
if Liverpool didn't win that game, you would have
came
gone
down to
through.
the last day,
That's what I'm saying. But it's like now I think Arsenal are kind of starting to set that fate of top 4 being their trophy. So now we're starting to kind of crumble. No. But Arsenal coming top 4 is usually when they used to kind of sometimes compete for the title and then just end up in the top 4 position. But now top 4 has become the new.
Again, it's still. I get what you're saying, but it's been that for like I would say, bro, as early as 20, like the latter part of Wenger's career, bro. Like early as 2011. Like I used to start the season thinking, I hope we get top. Like you get me because it was the only aspiration. I knew realistically we couldn't win Champions League. We couldn't win the league. Like imagine, literally, that's my. And I used to say this to fans. We can win the title, bro. Do you remember the sports group? I'll never forget when Lloyd said we were going to win the title with Javinho. Cause do you remember that? Do you remember that? Cause I'll never forget that.
Oh my God. See,
And it was you and Lloyd going like, yeah. I said, yeah, he's on his own there, boy. You get me?
But basically, are people being too harsh on Spurs, knowing that Spurs weren't a title challenger side anyway?
Hang on. It depends. Are you saying are they being hard on? I don't think people have been hard on Spurs. I think people have been hard on Poch.
Yeah.
Spurs as a collective, as a whole organisation.
Bro, they're running it well. Like they've bought a new stadium. They haven't got money, and they're third.
That stadium looks sick. By the way, I saw a video yesterday. Yeah. And then there's the results business. If you're crocking up against Arsenal, we had it for the longest. So, and you get me, everyone was hammering us. Now it seems like still Arsenal, we're still a club that people, but now a lot of attention is at Spurs. Occasionally it's Man United, occasionally it's Liverpool. But what I don't like is the targeting of Poch, who I think has done a fantastic
Poch said something in the game. Someone put a quote. Was that real or was it a fake quote? About top 4, that's our level or something.
No, I think it was about not winning something for 10 years or something.
No, what did he say? He said something about now. I'm happy that people see that this is our level now.
Basically, it sounded sarcastic from reading it. Obviously, like basically, yeah. Now people
towards the board, or is he trying to sort of slat towards?
Yeah, that's how I swear. That's how I swear.
Yeah,
I thought him and Levy are on the same wavelength. They're already.
I reckon that. Do you know? Look. Yeah.
Or maybe he's looking
What
at.
he meant was basically now people can leave us alone.
Read it.
basically it goes. Poch says Tottenham may have to accept top 4 is currently their limit. So basically, he just said, like, this is it for us. Like, top 4, there's nothing else. Like, we can't move forward because he's talking about the mentality of his players and how yesterday they basically went. They didn't respect Southampton, and they were literally just going, you know what, we're gonna come in and win this match. All that arrogance without showing for it in the real world.
This is it. At the start of the season, or even say after 5 games, who was truly saying Tottenham is a title?
one.
Nobody had that in their mind, cuz. So for them to have got to that point, he's just stating the facts. Look, this is top 4's our level. We tried to fight for the title. Unfortunately, we've gone through this blip. It's taken us out of the title race. But then on to next season.
So basically, we were overachieving.
Yeah, we
and
did.
now this is our
They were
level.
way overachieving.
The problem with Tottenham, is Sky Sports. Sky Sports will hype up Tottenham to a point where people actually think like it only.
No, but we all see what they're doing.
No,
Like,
let me tell you, it's recently, when Spurs were coming up, it looked like Spurs were going to be close to challenge.
because with the points, they were.
Yeah. Points wise, they were, but realistically on the pitch, they were not. It's still far from those guys.
If anything, I could have sworn that like everyone was looking at Liverpool, but Spurs were going about their business quietly till they got close. And then when they got close, that's when they started to crumble.
Yeah, because eyes were on them.
No, basically, Tottenham kept doing what they were doing. Liverpool were ahead of everyone, 7 points, and then they came and met everyone else. Now it looks like it's competition, but in reality, Liverpool have lost points. Spurs have just kept doing what they're doing. But look at Man City. Man City, like, they had a blip, and after that blip, they've gone ham because they know now we're chasing Liverpool, and Liverpool just like did what they do. Like,
If you're Poch,
Liverpool chasing them now. But
Yeah.
If you're Poch, yeah, at the end of the season, looking at the Spurs project, because we're gonna go into that, the Spurs project, would you go to Real Madrid?
Bad move.
Looking at the Real Madrid issue right now,
Very bad.
right now is a perfect time because it looks like Real Madrid are looking for a manager.
Very, very bad move.
Was it bad move?
It's a very bad move. Like, okay, fair enough, yeah. You're in a job that offers stability, long-term security, and is behind you 100%.
How does it match your ambition?
But yes, of course it does. Because Tottenham are aiming, they wouldn't be getting a new stadium if they weren't aiming to become a bigger team.
How long did Arsenal take after they got the Emirates?
Arsenal were already a big team.
Just
man.
because it's...
No. We're talking about
I want to
okay.
get what's his line of.
What I'm trying to say is, yeah, you said they match this, the stability. Do they match his ambition? Poch is a guy to me, even though he says, "Oh yeah, title doesn't mean nothing," or trophies don't mean. He wants to win the title. I don't care.
He's a young manager. He's still a young
I
manager.
don't give a.
His patience is gonna run thin eventually.
My point is, yeah,
been there 5 years
exactly.
now,
My
is
point is, Poch, with everyone's accolades of him, he wants to have something on the table. I've won a league, yeah. So what I'm saying, does Spurs, even though they match the comfortability, whatever, do they match his ambition?
This is where he finds out the answer to that question. If they start selling off their big players, if they start selling off Eric, we have to sell Eriksen, sell Kane, sell Dele Alli, then they don't match his ambition. You get what I'm saying? That's different. But if it's a thing where we can't give you the money to bring in new players, like as many new players as you want, but we'll help you as much as we can. We've got new stadium. Once everything's paid off, you're gonna have everything you want. So in his head, he's
How long do
thinking,
you reckon that's going to take? This project?
I think they'll sign next year. I think they'll make at least 1 or 2 signings because they're going to finish in a nice position this year. So they're going to get some money from that.
They finish. You say they're going to finish in a nice position. If they finish out of top 4,
It's a wrap.
it's very bad for them, you know.
It looks bad on Levy. If they finish outside top 4, Levy's the one they have to look at because he didn't invest.
Even winning the league, yeah, you don't win a lot of money. Like positions, if you look at it, yeah, I think top gets about 20 mil.
And haven't they got to pay back the stadium?
Don't every top team get 40 mil just for being Champions League.
Like TV
If you're in
rights.
top 4, you all get
But that's in installments. It's not like literally bang bang.
And don't they have?
It's not fun. That's football. You think these man just did chat? They was 10 million to back in 10
But wait,
Nigerians will come and defraud for this shit, bro.
don't they? But wait, doesn't Spurs have to pay back the stadium? It's not like So where are they gonna get transfer funds and?
Even the one signing you're saying, I'm not confident. You know, I won't be surprised if they sign anybody.
Marquee signing. There's no marquee signings. He's gonna have players that.
Do you think, okay, as astute as Levy is in business, do you not think he planned everything when he's looking to invest in a new
He
stadium?
planned, but the stadium is not ready
Bro,
now.
listen, this is the
That's
first.
money they're losing.
Okay.
That's money they're losing.
Okay, so
right
this is their second. Is this their first season in Wembley or their second season in Wembley?
They're supposed to move in already.
Okay, they were already to move it.
They're
Okay,
spending more. They're over.
did they sign last year? Of course they signed last year. They signed
Lucas
Lucas
Moura.
Moura, yeah. So it's just no 12 million. There was a bargain, but that's what Levy is. In his head, he's thinking, look, if you look at their main signings, Dele Alli, bargain, like he got him for like 5 million.
Son.
Son, absolute bargain. I think it was less than 20 million. Yeah, Ericsson was a bargain when they got him from Ajax.
Trippier.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Trippier, bro, they've done great business on bargains. Yeah, so for him, he's thinking, look, let's just do the bargains, keep doing the bargains. Yeah, we got a new
I'm
stadium.
asking you, how long does it take?
Who knows? I'm not Mystic Makers. I can't.
Okay, so you're saying, oh yeah, as long as they don't sell players, bro. Players are humans, yeah.
Yeah.
When contract time is coming up, yeah, and they're saying, okay, look, how much am I on? Harry Kane is on how much? 150. Top goal scorer in the last 3 seasons, yeah. Sterling's on 250.
Harry Kane he signed a contract for 5 years.
Okay, but when I'm saying when it comes
Players that
time,
are not better than him are getting paid more.
you're looking around you, bro. These are your peers, yeah.
But I don't know. I think let's come back a bit because we need to answer your question directly. And the first initial question was, does he stay or does he go to Real Madrid? For me, how is this Pochettino? He can't be more.
He's young.
I think you definitely have to stay and see it. You have to see what's happening, how it's gonna go, because I think it's something you always look back to. Madrid, again, if it was Barcelona, then it's a bit more because Barcelona. If you stay there 3 years, you're in the league. Madrid, especially now Ronaldo's gone, it's very possible because remember before Ronaldo came. They had how many years before they didn't win anything? Ordinary Champions League, they were getting kicked out with Arsenal because they were going at 16.
Ronaldo came. Not by Arsenal. Last 16.
They were
Thierry Henry.
That whole Robben and that's it. That saga
They didn't even win the
flopped,
league for
bro.
like 6 or 7
Yeah,
years.
G.
Remember, when
Chelsea
Mourinho won
was
the league first time.
Yeah, bro. And it's like
Atletico as well won
yeah,
it while it's Real
that's what I'm
Madrid were
saying.
chilling.
Whilst Messi is still alive, kicking, not going home nowhere, it's not. Again, it's not fair. I kind of want Messi to leave now, just so it can be fair again in Spain. Otherwise, it's a bit boring now. You get me? But I think, to answer your question directly, Pochettino has to give it a go, see how it goes. And I would say, I don't see what's wrong with him waiting another, from his perspective, 3 years. Because there's two aspects you have to look at. Yes, one, the ambition of the person, but ultimately we're all human beings, we've all got families to feed, boy. All managers. It's the management in football. It's the hardest job to keep, bro. Look at this West Brom manager. That news made me sick. He's just gone just like that for what?
Darren Moore.
Yeah, bro. Overnight.
He won game for them
That's
last
what I'm saying,
season.
bro. We've seen managers win the cup.
Ranieri, Leicester.
We've seen
Won the league.
Van Gaal, FA Cup. We've seen them win the trophy, lift it. Yeah. The next day,
Van Gaal didn't even know he was sacked. Van Gaal
Van Gaal didn't do the bus parade.
I think got his thing. People have that same day.
And Wembley.
He didn't get to do the bus parade. That's so rude. Yeah, bro.
You know what?
You gotta see it out and have a.
Wait, quickly, yeah. Because who was it that said it? Someone said, you know what? You'll be a fool to not take Poch as United manager. Yeah. Tabo. Okay, so Solskjaer has done this thing. Yeah. We can see that he's done it. He just mentioned Di Matteo. That's what reminded me. Yeah. We've just all gone around the table to say Poch is still certified in terms of he hasn't won league titles or anything, but we can see that he's doing well. He's overachieving. Would you still take Solskjaer over Poch next season?
I'll take Solskjaer.
You take Solskjaer.
Do you know why? Yeah, he's doing it in the league. Like, it's hard to win games in a league than in a cup competition.
Oh, Di Matteo you're talking about.
Di Matteo won a cup competition. Avram Grant won a cup competition. But when it comes down to Avram Grant.
He went to Europa League final. Champions League final against Man United.
John Terry.
Against who?
Yeah,
but
He won the league though, didn't he? He won one title. You can't tell me Avram Grant didn't win anything at Chelsea. Not even FA Cup.
Got Champions League final. And
So
then
Avram Grant won nothing at Chelsea. Are you joking? Nah, I'm not having that. Let's fact check this.
Avram Grant won the league. You're bluffing.
Definitely not the
He got to the Champions League final. Then he used that to get a job at West Ham.
Yeah.
He won Ancelotti next year, I think.
Yeah.
So Solskjaer, you're saying?
Solskjaer's done it in like basically in the league format.
But okay,
Where he's
let me
changed
ask you, man. Though, yeah,
the
we've
mentality.
just spoken about what Poch has done with the resources. Yeah, this is no small feat. Can you imagine the resources at Old Trafford?
Definitely
But
feel
then
like
you need that mentality. What Daniel was speaking about, like mentality. Do Spurs have that winner's mentality right now?
No, I'm
Like,
talking about.
which Solskjaer's brought into Man United again. Like, he's brought them back to the basics.
No. What I'm saying is with Spurs' team, bro. I don't care on paper. Trippier and them man they have no right to be doing what they're doing. Yeah, Davies and all these man. With the resources that he's been given, Poch has done mad. Like, so with the Old Trafford
question
resources,
for yourself, though. What's
no,
wrong
I
with
know. This what I'm asking you. I'm trying to get your thing because me, I'm still. I was saying Poch for time. When the whole Mourinho thing was happening, I was saying Poch.
Everyone now is saying Poch before. He still hung up on that. Yeah, we want Poch because you're just looking at Mourinho thinking, raw, like if we have Poch, we want him. Now you've got Ole who's doing exactly what Poch is doing because as we were saying earlier on, Ole hasn't signed anyone new. Like, but he's done more than what Mourinho did with the same people.
Let's see if he gets a couple windows.
Like,
what
if
he
he
can
gets
do.
a win, like even at Cardiff, everyone's saying, "Oh yeah, Cardiff, like he was shit and that," but he was trying to play the same football he's playing now with a team that wasn't equipped for it.
And this has always been my thing about managers, Frankie. You just taken. This has always been my argument with managers, bro. You can't judge one manager at Bolton and then another and say this manager's the greatest. Give the guy the same resources and let's see how he does. Now, obviously, I'm not a United fan, but to try as hard as it is to put myself in your shoes, and I'm a Poch fan too. I consider maybe not as radical as you, but I think I would definitely be curious. I think it would haunt me. It's a hard choice.
That's what it would haunt me. That's what it is.
If to answer your question, if I had to make a decision, I'll go Ole. Because I think it will haunt me that, what would have happened if, you know what I'm saying? Let's say Pochettino comes, doesn't work out, because you lot have had big names. You've had Mourinho, for God's sake. You've had Van Gaal. These are not small boys.
Guys have come with their own philosophy.
Thank you. And it hasn't worked. So now you've had this guy who was supposed to be interim, and he's outdone what everybody expected.
PSG, we all thought we were out. PSG 2-0, we all thought we were out.
Your play, it's not even just that. It's, for me, like I said, I always look at, I don't just look at results. I don't just look at end product. How are you playing? You guys
Playing good football.
I'm enjoying Man
The
United.
goal that there's a chance that we had today, yeah, when Rashford, like nearly got the end of it. If we've scored that goal today, do you remember what I'm talking about? From left back, and Pogba hit it over Lukaku's touch.
Oh yeah. Well,
If we scored that today,
Pogba spread that with his left foot so casually.
Bang, Lukaku's touch, I was surprised, bro. Like, you know, usually it's like back. I was like, raw.
seriously.
The football you're playing, it's like, bro, how can you not give this guy a chance? Because you got the results. Since he's come in, how many games has he lost? What, maybe two?
Yeah, the second one.
2 games.
2-1 draw.
And it's not just like you're scraping or you're playing football, bro. You get me? There's everything there. You've got the magic of the nostalgia as an ex-player.
Yeah.
He knows the club. There's too many. When you literally, I always weigh pros and cons. The pros far outweigh the cons.
100%.
It's like, you know what? Sorry, Poch. We wanted you. This guy's come and surprised us.
Much cheaper, you know.
Yeah.
You ain't got to pay that compensation to Tottenham.
That's the thing.
Because maybe would have asked for the bag.
Credit to Ollie, yeah. But at the same time, I still think it's a lot to do with Mike Phelan coming back as well, man.
100%.
I think a
100%.
lot of it to do with Mike Phelan coming back, yeah.
Moyes should not have never sacked him.
100%. That was the wrong move, yeah. So, yeah, to answer your question, you stick with, if it's not broken, why try fix it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you've got something that's working, like, just keep it there. And plus, like you said, the most important thing, why take the risk of implementing another manager's philosophy when you've got someone who knows your own
Gary Neville said we shouldn't get another manager in that tries to put their own philosophy in. That we tried it and it hasn't
Man
worked.
United way is the Man United way. Every
And
manager
Solskjaer's
that's
playing
comes
that way,
tried and failed. Do you know what I'm saying? So doesn't matter what players are there. It's literally a case of we know our philosophy is the best philosophy. So and next year United will be challenging. Do you know what I'm saying?
You see, even with Poch, yeah, it's like him being at Tottenham and it's working because he said they're quite stable because they got more patience for him. Yeah, I feel like if he keeps up what he keeps doing, top clubs are gonna call for him anyway.
Poch, okay.
So even if United don't get him, or even if they keep Ole and it don't go well, I feel like United will still come calling for him, especially if he keeps up the same standard anyways. So I feel like
Stay there.
Yeah. So I feel like Pochettino should stay for like maybe 2-3 years and see how it pans out.
Shout out.
The thing is, with that, where obviously this is just to play advocate, the risk side of that is you run the risk of just becoming one of those almost managers. Like, look at Klopp. 4 or 5 years ago, everyone was shouting.
We're just talking about this, you know.
Klopp is the guy. Now, when he looks back on his career, if he's not careful, bro, he's just going to end up being some almost,
Bridesmaid.
At least you got, that's it. That's it, basically. You got one German
I know
title.
what you're saying, but then again, with Poch here, you know that he's not been like resumed to resources. You get what I'm saying?
hasn't been given
He ain't been given
resources, man.
resources. Like with Klopp, you could say even though sell to buy whatever I need.
What's his
you
biggest
gotta say
transfer? What's Klopp's biggest Pochettino's biggest transfer?
It has to be Van Dijk, innit?
Van Dijk
No,
at
Poch.
Southampton.
Oh shit, sorry.
Well, it was Van Dijk at Southampton. I think. They
but
played
at Tottenham.
20-something
I'm saying
million.
at Tottenham.
It's
All these guys, he's not made them, but Kane, Ali, they've all just come and done their thing.
Ali for 5 million is still. Oh my, that's great business, man.
When was Alderweireld there?
Did
he bring him with him?
He brought him from
because
because
he was on loan at Atletico. Then after Atletico had the option to buy him permanently, but then Tottenham hijacked the deal.
Then probably him then.
smart business. That's what I'm saying. Hey, shout out the listeners. We got listeners around the world now. You know, I've been having people in my DMs and that. Shout out the guys in South Africa as well.
Hey.
Basically, I've been told we need to talk about other leagues as well. Yeah, and he's a Real Madrid fan. This particular person. Yeah, can't remember his name. Sorry, bro. But shout out you anyway.
Yeah, you
but
know you are.
Real Madrid, yeah. Let's talk about because who watched the Ajax match?
Yeah.
First of all, can we talk about Ajax?
Lit.
Hey, Ajax, mate. Did you watch Champions League match? Oh my god, Real Madrid.
They definitely turn up though.
Boy, Ajax was a job. Like, you know when people come
I
out
don't
to
want
play
Ajax in the next round.
Like, who's this? Tadic got a 10 out of 10 from, what is it? L'Equipe, is it?
Yeah,
the French, the French thing. Like, 10 out of 10. There's not even, like, I think it's only about 3 players or 4 players have ever been given 10 out of 10 rating.
Tadic was bossy.
Why? Like,
But let's talk about Real Madrid though. Real Madrid, yeah, okay. Are we gonna put it down to no Ronaldo? That's why they're playing this way.
no. I'll put it down to Solari. Solari is
Bruv,
lost.
they were doing madness before Solari. Don't put on Solari. Solari's just come in.
I'll tell you now.
When Zidane was there, they wanted him.
I'll tell you now. Zidane done the right thing, yeah. Zidane, as soon as Zidane said, wait, CR7 is gone. Yeah, you man, P45 me. That's it. Oh, not even P45. Here's my resignation.
But
Take
Zidane
it.
left before he did, innit?
Yeah. But he knew Ronaldo was going.
Oh yeah.
Ronaldo went in even before. I think was it like just literally straight after the World Cup. Straight after the World Cup.
I thought Zidane got in and retired unless it's maybe inside talk and he probably knew.
Maybe he probably knew. Listen, he knew that. Listen, I've won the Champions League now. I'm gonna leave on a high. That's me. I'm done. You get me? And I think he done the right thing. Yeah, CR7 bouncing. Think about how many results here CR7. Like, just think about how many Real Madrid games here CR7 used to win for Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? So it might be 0-0 or 2-2, and last minute CR7 just jumping late header.
What they've lost, Real Madrid have lost that. Like, we're losing Ronaldo.
Mind you, Real Madrid have the best player in the world. If you're talking about who was named best player in the world, Modric. Modric was the best player in the world.
When I say Modric wasn't Ballon d'Or, I said it. Yeah, everyone's like, oh, look. Come on, look at the guy. Yeah? Like, he's playing jazz. Like, he doesn't want to be there. He wanted to go to Inter. They say they blocked the move. Yeah. Like, that's where he started. It literally started everything, because if you look at the whole team, no one wants to play. Marcelo is on the bench. Bell can't even get on the pitch.
Ramos gets red card every 2 games.
Gareth Bale. I don't see Asensio. Like, Asensio is not doing what is. Casemiro is not playing as he used to. Like.
Where did they go from here? Like, they've got too many. But is it a thing where, like, how United weren't playing well under Jose? Once you get the right manager, the players will start performing again. Or the players done?
I think their squad is very thin. Their squad is very thin, bro. Like, they haven't got a greater squad. Like, think about it.
What is Madrid's philosophy though? Because they've always been the type of
buy big player names and
just put them in. That's it. So they don't really have like a structure. Do you know what I'm saying? They just get who's hot and who's not.
No, they don't have anyone hot. That's the thing. Like, if you look.
Bro, let's talk about Gareth Bale though. Gareth Bale was the guy that when Ronaldo was leaving, he scored that mad bicycle kick in the Champions League final. We said if he stays now, there's no more shadow.
His downfall was his injuries. I think, like, when you get injured so many times, and then you try and come into the squad, play, and then you're out, that's gonna be a downfall. He comes in, he's meant to be the main guy now, but it's not working.
They booed him. They booed him in the El Clasico last week.
He's not Spanish. Let's get to the point. He's not Spanish. The Spanish people are not liking him. That's it. Well, once Marcha, well, whatever that newspaper gets on your back.
If you're like, so what I'm saying, where do they go from here? Is it a rap then? Like, what?
They'll do what they always do, innit?
What,
buy players. But that's the issue. The issue they've got now is there's not many players in the world that are available for them that can come in and just change things.
And the manager that they're looking to get, if we're going by the papers, he's gonna want the checkbook, which is Jose Mourinho. Supposedly, there's talks of him going back to Real Madrid.
Jose going back there.
Where's Jose going? Other than PSG or Real Madrid, where's he going?
I think he should go Portugal, man. I've been saying this for years. Just do international for a bit.
But that Nase is Portugal. Yeah. Okay,
I agree.
I think
international is
bored. Yeah, he doesn't want that. That's not club football where you control everything.
That's his best bet. Like, he's good at cup competitions. Is his thing. So let him go and just take on cup competitions all the time. But then he might be looking at the Portuguese squad and thinking, who can I really?
I think international manager is tough because you have to travel. Like, you're literally traveling to watch all your players. Jose is not that kind of guy. I think he wants to sit in one place and be comfortable and control it from there.
I think he needs to fall back for a bit, anyways, because I feel like he's kind of jumped from, like,
he needs a rest.
I feel like he needs a rest for a bit, like, because I feel like he's been involved in, like, the whole United mess up, whatever, and I feel like he just needs to just kind of kick back for a bit and at least understand, like, international football for a bit and see if he could conquer that, because he's got the Champions League before, he's got, like, the league titles in most leagues, innit?
Yeah. How many managers actually move from club into international?
No, not a lot.
He should be the first then.
No, Martinez done it. Everton to Belgium.
No, like, it's not common. Like, you usually have a set group of managers who are literally just known for international, and then you got your club football managers.
I would say Wenger should have gone to manager.
I think it's just a lifestyle thing.
Yeah.
Capello did it back in the day, you know.
But yeah, Capello done it for Italy. Then he came back to clubs. Now he's in.
Listen, man, that's not Real Madrid talk, man. I hope you're happy, buddy. I listen, because we got a UFC guy here, Nase. Let's talk about was it last week that Kamara fought?
Most of us, it's 4 UFC guys here.
Oh yeah, UFC. Oh yeah. Nah, because obviously you don't watch UFC no more, do you?
I do, bro.
Are you in the group though?
You only just came back.
Oh, you came back.
Don't remember, I blasted him. He kept coming to sports group stuff that we had spoke about 3 days ago. I said, Dan, there's UFC group. You left the group. You're coming to sports group.
Let's talk about Kamaru, man. First Nigerian, first African. Is it first African champion?
Yeah,
first African champion. Wakanda forever. So, how do you think that fight went? I was disappointed in Woodley, to be fair, you know.
I was shocked, to be honest.
He froze, didn't he? He froze.
Woodley froze, bro. It's easy to say that.
They were saying he overtrained, like with Askren, like Ben Askren. He was getting too ham, and then on fight night,
he just got outdone. If you look at it, who has he fought that is like Kamaru? Toby.
Or like a prep. Do you mean what in terms of coming forward? Like grappler, do you mean?
Yeah. A strong person who just
strong. Yeah,
literally strong,
Who can match in
taller.
wrestling.
That's what I'm saying.
Matches wrestling,
Wrestler
matches
who wants
striking.
to smother you. And that's what Kamaru does.
Literally.
Every
The
single
pressure
fight
was too much,
that he's
bro.
So
done.
that means what? Would he have done? Would Colby Covington have beat him then? Because he's the same. Colby Covington's the same kind of smart.
Covington that's bigger than strong though. You know that African
Yeah, Kamaru's
strength is-
the strength. It was weird because as big as Woodley is, and I say Woodley's a strong guy, it was evident. You could
Brother,
see the strength.
I didn't know Kamaru was that big to the face off. You know that?
No.
When I saw the face, I said, "What?" But still, because I just, you know, when you got, thank you, when you got something in your hand so many times, like,
seen
I've
it
just
happen,
seen
you've
it.
seen it,
Bah,
yeah.
I
bah.
thought, Kamaru's gonna come forward. You know how Woodley takes a step back to the cage, then he does that, comes
Bro,
forward.
I just thought even if he gets him down, he would pop up because of this is what these Americans deceive you. Yeah, D1 wrestler, D1 like.
They were laughing at him in the preview. Him and
Yeah,
Askren were saying you're
yeah.
D2.
But one thing that these MMA guys say is this, bro. Wrestling is different to MMA wrestling because in real wrestling, I can't punch you. Where they wear that raw, you know that one piece singlet. That's Slater.
That's Slater.
Yeah, bro. Where they wear that, fam, you can't punch. It's not the same, bro. You can't punch and this and that. You get me? MMA wrestling is a bit dirty. Like,
Bro, there was one time when he had his arm, he was punching his ribs like 15 times.
that was where to me, that was where the fight was lost.
Body shots.
After those, it was like a 10 combo body shot.
Tyron was going back to his corner,
Body
Tyron,
shots were too.
the body shots are mad. Tyron was going back to his corner and his corner was getting crazy like, what are you doing? You're going to throw away this title? Like he just didn't have the
He
answer.
didn't even look like, that's what I'm saying. He kept
looked like
saying,
he was inside himself. He
got defeated,
just
bro.
wasn't there,
When I heard this explanation, that was what.
What did he say?
Fam, I watched fam, do you know how many interviews he done after? You know he done Sway?
Yeah,
After,
yeah, Sway, yeah.
He was saying, I felt like, and you know who had this dream? I felt like I had a bad dream, like, you know that dream where
You're
trying
fighting, but you're not fighting back.
trying
You're
to
punching,
punch,
but
you
you're
can't. Then that to me just says you're shook, bro.
so it was
Nah,
like,
might be
yeah, my
charm,
boy,
you know.
I
It might be charm. It might be charm. No, man, come on, man.
You can't have those discussions on podcasts. African listeners, we're joking, man.
Bro, can't speak about it. He wasn't punching G. Do you get me?
That's
That's how you felt. That's how you felt because it was.
That's a wild card, boy. That's a wild card.
Wait, what was other? John Jones. That fight wasn't even eventful.
You
It
watched
was
the fight
a-
yesterday? I haven't watched it yet, man. Dos Santos and
and the Beast.
What? It happened?
Yeah, I know who won because I saw the thumbnail of
I
the.
got
I got it recorded, yeah. I saw it.
result.
No. That's
I know the result, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I saw my planner. I was like, what? I recorded, and I was like, yeah, I'm watching that
There
one.
was another fight on that card.
Thank God.
Is there any other matchups coming up with UFC? Like any big fights? Oh, Till Masvidal.
Yeah. Adesanya this month. Adesanya and Thing, guested him.
Nah. Oh my God, it is, isn't it? So we're gonna have two Nigerian champs.
Bro, do you know what even smash it more? When they said that this year they could have 3 African champs. Because don't forget Ngannou's Cameroon, bro.
But who's the champion right now in heavyweight?
Fam, DC doesn't want anything. DC's trying to fight Brock Lesnar. G.
Oh my God,
if-
Africa.
So if DC vacates the belt or DC fights Ngannou, whatever happens, 'cause I think the way I see it, I think DC is gonna vacate the belt. He doesn't want to come back to Till 5. He don't want to smoke with Jones.
He just wants a Lesnar fight, the money.
He wants Lesnar for the bag and gone. No one at heavyweight is really interested in him unless he'll be forced to fight Ngannou, which I think he's just gonna say, you know what, safe. I want to fight my daughters. Then they'll make up. That means the belt will get vacated and Ngannou will fight